In Honor's Blade, you see two guards. The lower black one represents your guard, and the upper red one represents the enemy's guard. Moving your mouse, you can switch between three guard positions: the left, top, and right guard. You have two options when wanting to perform an attack. Right-click to perform a heavy attack. Heavy attacks are slow, but they deal massive damage. To perform a light attack, left-click. A light attack is very fast, but it does only a fraction of the damage of a heavy attack. Of course, your opponent can attack you too. When your opponent attacks, the enemy's guard direction will flash red and then white a little after. Watch out for that red indicator. To block the enemy's attack, move your guard's direction so that it matches the enemy's attack direction. Note that a heavy attack does small damage, called chip damage, when blocking one. Light attacks have no chip damage. Also note that an attack can be interrupted, as seen in the following clip. Both you and your opponent have a health bar and a stamina bar. The health bars decrease as you and your opponent take damage, and the stamina bars decrease as you and your opponent use attacks. The light attack and the heavy attack have costs, with the heavy attack costing more out of the two. If you do not have enough stamina, you will not be able to perform the attack. Fortunately, your stamina automatically recharges fairly quickly by itself. If you run low on stamina, wait a few seconds while staying defensive, and then you should have plenty of stamina once again. During an attack, after the initial red flash, you will see the attack indicator flash white, very briefly, before defaulting back to the standard gray color. This white flash indicates the opening of the parry window. If you perform a heavy attack, or right-click, while you see the white flash, you will instead perform a parry. A parry uses no stamina, and it blocks the opponent's attack. It also opens up your opponent for a free attack. Parrying a heavy attack gives you a free light attack, and parrying a light attack gives you a free heavy attack. Top attacks do slightly more damage, so it is better to move up your guard during the punish if you can do it fast enough. If your opponent starts parrying all your attacks, you may want to consider feinting your heavy attacks. You have the power to cancel your heavy attacks, which is called a feint. A feint uses extra stamina. If you feint, when your opponent goes to parry, he or she will instead initiate a heavy attack. You may try to parry this heavy attack yourself, assuming your opponent will not feint it likewise. However, there is a much better option. Instead, after feinting, change your guard and attack with a light attack and interrupt the opponent's heavy attack. Use Q on your keyboard to use a feint. You can only feint heavy attacks, not light attacks, and only when you click Q right away after initiating the heavy attack. Now you should be a master at Honor's Blade. May the best one win.